with only 5 condos. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because we're going to get an insight into the property sector in Shanghai, China. Now, they ain't your father's communists anymore, guys. Let's have a look at this Twitter thread from Barton. Now, and actually I'll make sure you can see all that. So an example, to illustrate the extent of real estate overweighing for a typical Chinese city resident, and why Chinese government is trying to pull off a soft landing for the property market. Some random 30-year-old in Shanghai whined about her poor life on the 5th of September 2021. Okay, so see, they have them too in China, guys. It's not just Australia, it's not just Europe, it's not just the Western world. I think there are some universal things. So, the rough translation. Her family owns 5 condos in Shanghai. 4 paid off, 1 with a mortgage. Her parents live in 2, not just 1, they live in 2, and 3 are rented to pay off the mortgage. Her husband's family owns 3 condos in Shanghai, all paid off. 8 properties worth 100 million yuan in total. So, they live in one of her husband's properties. Husband's parents live in another, and the third one is a rental property. Wife and husband are both the only child in their family. That's why she considers her parents' properties hers. Here is the ironic part. This 30-year-old lady was whining about her bare bones, her word, budget of 20,000 yuan per month, which is difficult for them. Difficult. With a 6K gifted from the wife's family and 4K from the rental property of the husband each month. The wife and husband are both unemployed. Now, what's happened? Mao would be rolling. Stalin will be rolling in his grave. Come on. So, they have 2 million in liquid savings, 50% invested in the stock market, and 50% invested in wealth management products. The whole post is her whining about being poor with only 102 million yuan in assets. The irony aside, for a 30 to 40-year-old Shanghai resident who was born there and lives there all his or her life, owning 3 condos is now pretty average and common. Pretty average and common. If they are buying new properties, e.g. the assets on Evergrande's books, it would be their 4th to 8th property. With that in mind, it's not surprising that 92% of home buyers involved with Evergrande currently are speculators, i.e. they're not buying their first or primary residence. 50% of Chinese N2 creation in 2020-2021 was sucked into mortgages and used to fund such speculation. And that's why China appears to be hell-bent in cutting liquidity from the property market, from property developers. In the past 10 years, the investment modus operandi for Chinese middle-class families has always been maximizing leverage in real estate until their cash flow turns negative. This has become a cultural thing, and you start to see Chinese students reflectively spending a lot of their spare time trying to get US mortgages in order to leverage up in their US real estate speculation upon arrival. It sounds very familiar with what's happening here in Australia. But what do you think, everyone? The poor with only 5 condos. What's the solution or takeaway from this? I don't know how to respond. I mean, how can you be so entitled? I guess, is this China's problem? Do they have a spoilt only child problem? And this is coming from a spoilt only child. But come on. Wow. Different world, everyone. Different world. Let's wait and see what happens. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Do you feel sorry for these poor people with only 5 properties, 8 properties altogether, living in 2? Yeah. I still remember going to East Berlin, and seeing the tiny little housing that my family had, from the Soviet times. They weren't living in 5 condos. What's happened here? Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. If you're a fan of the channel and enjoy the content I cobble together, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon, sign up for SelfWealth or Stake, use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve or AussieBroadband, buy our merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.